everyone, welcome to another IELTS video. I'm Pedro, and in today's video we're going to be looking at IELTS listening multiple choice questions. So in multiple choice questions, you'll either get a question with 3 possible answers or the beginning of a sentence and 3 ways that you could finish the sentence off. In either case, all you need to do is choose option A, B, or C. Sometimes you may be given a longer list of options and told to choose more than one correct answer. If this is the case, make sure you read the instructions carefully, as this will tell you how many you'll need to choose. So these questions can cause candidates several issues. You'll probably hear all the words that are in the options, and the choices you are given can be very similar in terms of vocabulary or meaning. This same vocabulary that you read in the questions will also be different to what you actually hear. Candidates can also find difficulty in the information they hear in the audio not being in the same order as the question you see on the paper. So let's have a look at some tips so that you can approach this question type with more confidence. So let's start with the obvious. Read the question. You want to make sure that you've read the question carefully so you know exactly what you need to do. It'll tell you whether you'll need to choose one answer from 3 options, or if you have a longer list and need to choose 2 or more answers. Once you've read the question, see if there's a heading or a title. Not every multiple choice question will have one, but if it does, this can give you an idea of what the context of the question will be. Knowing the context will help you focus on the type of language you may hear in the recording. Now focus on the questions and start to highlight or underline key words and phrases. Let's take a look at this example. In these examples, chosen and delivered would be keywords, so start thinking about how else these could be expressed. The reason for this is because you should not expect the speaker to use the same vocabulary and say, I choose X insurance, or I want the goods delivered to. Synonyms and paraphrasing are used extensively on the test and not just with the questions. You'll also need to keep them in mind when looking at the options. Look at the options in example question 9. What comes to mind with economy and premium? Perhaps the speaker will talk about the cheapest insurance or the most expensive. Maybe the economy option doesn't cover as much as the other options. What about in question 10? What do you need to consider with port and home? The speaker might mention that they want it delivered to their address or where they live. If it's the port or depot, what would they need to do? The speaker might mention that they want it delivered to their address or where they live. If it's the port or depot, what would they need to do? They might need to travel to the location to pick it up. Whether or not my suggestions are in the recording, the key is that you are not listening out for the exact same words. You need to think more about different words and phrases that carry the same meaning. As in other parts of the IELTS test, be careful with distractors. They can change the original information you hear. You might think you hear the answer, but a word like but or however could change the information you think is correct. Try marking the answer you think is right, then carry on listening to check if it's correct. If it isn't, quickly cross it out and eliminate that answer. And remember, if you're not sure about an answer, just guess. Never leave a blank space on your answer sheet. If you guess, you never know, you might get the answer right. However, if you leave the space blank, you'll definitely get no marks. Don't stress about missing an answer, as this will make it difficult to answer the next questions. So just guess and move on. And that's it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. For now, it's goodbye and good luck with your studies.